like right now, that's what we are doing, you know. I don't know if you guys have any questions or if anything I missed.
Back to, actually, I just want to know what influenced you to be a Rasta, to practice this religion, and then why didn't you have a dreadlock punk?
Okay.
And then if you joined this because of you curious or what? Because I didn't get you there.
Well, firstly, are you closer?
Yes, I'm a closer. I'm closer, and okay? Because like really, I mean, from it being a closer and having to go through the whole closer practicing, you know, like
the initiation.
and you know, and like you know, then there's like Rasta religion on the side, and that kind of like it keeps all of that, you know. Because for instance, being a Rasta, you know, there's like a lot of I would say principles, you know, but it's like, you know, as my journey went on, I kind of like discovered, you know, through my finding out, you know, so I actually discovered that really it's not, you know, it's not about principles and stuff, it's about you and your God, and you know, because really like God lives in you. You know, maybe we might have different ways of, you know, we're not seeing the same way, but we might, you know, talk sort of like similar things, but it's not one thing, you know, but it's something that brings us to one, you know. So my point is, you know, trying to answer his question, you know, I got inspired. I got through to being a Rasta from music, you know, because of the artists that I mostly adored from that time. And they were not Rasta musicians, they were mostly hip hop guys, and I believed more onto the hip hop music. Like I felt these guys were just, you know, frankly talking the truth, you know, like really situations that is going out, you know, there. So it kind of like moved on from there, you know. I felt more inspired with the Rasta, having to also do my own little research and see, you know, like the outside world, and also try and, you know, compare myself, you know, as not really being as a Xhosa person, but just as a human being, mostly as an African, you know, because basically I did, I'd say, I've searched through to an extent of actually even finding out about the royal monarchy, you know, the royal kingdom itself, you know. So for me, it gave me, you know, then after that I was very much optimistic about myself being an African, you know. I felt like, you know, everything had started here, you know, also knowing about civilization, you know, like where it started, where it came, you know. So, you know, I felt more stronger, you know. I felt like, you know, this is my identity, this is me. And, you know, maybe from the time we live in now, you know, it might be different from what it was, you know, when, you know, but I still carry that legacy, you know, in my way. So yeah, I kind of like carried on from there. And then answering you from the dreadlock point of view, I had my dreads actually, you know, when I was when I was doing my matric, and it was kind of a hassle for me because at school I had to cut my dreads, and I didn't want. And at that time I think I was more like spirited, you know, like high school, you know, like I'd get detained like almost every time. And then they like reported to my mom's, because I lived with my mom back then. And also she didn't like the Rasta, you know, but because she loved me, so, you know, it's like, okay, she was supporting me in a way, but, you know, she didn't like this. So, you know, in a way, she kind of like forced me, so I had to cut my dreads. Now, I was forcibly, you know, and I kind of like grew it back on. And I don't know, with my hair, it hasn't like really grown. And kind of like my hair, because I think at that time, because I didn't like really shave all my hair off, I still had like my hair. I just cut all the locks, and then I had like my hair. And so what happened was, as my hair was like kind of like growing, there was like a growth underneath. There was like hair growing underneath, and so it kind of like peeled away the one on top. So I guess that's why I haven't managed to grow my dreads.
Technical problem.
Yeah.